What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Kevin Mix on the 6. We're back on another video. We're back on another banger. Now, listen. Preseason is basically over for a lot of clubs, and some of them are almost over for a few other clubs. So, in today's episode, boys, I'm going to be doing my Premier League prediction. Then you guys are going to get the La Liga prediction because the season starts on Friday. Season starts on Friday in the Prem. We got Liverpool playing against Bournemouth. A big and a huge game for the first game of the season. We got a bunch of big games coming in early this season. So, and a bunch of teams making transfers and a bunch of teams not really adding. But the top six this year have a lot of depth. A lot of these squads have a lot of depth. And they're trying to get some of these teams, like the United, finished bad 6-15 Spurs. They're trying to get back to the top six. Champions League football, Europa League football. That's what they're trying to get to. So we're gonna be going through that, how the transfer is gonna be affecting every single team, and who I think is gonna finish first. Who am I getting in my top five? Who I think is going to win the Carabao Cup, the FA Cup, and who I think is gonna win the Premier League as well. Simple as it is, it's a Premier League prediction. So without further ado, where do we start? Let's start with the Carabao Cup. Carabao Cup is a competition. A lot of these teams are gonna be playing their big players until like the semis, maybe the quarters, depends on who they get in the quarters and the semis. So in the Carabao Cup, I could see another team like Newcastle Palace winning it, but I think one of the big six is gonna win it this year, and I'm gonna keep it between Spurs and Man U. That's what I'm gonna keep it between. I'm gonna keep it between Spurs and Man U. I could see City winning it as well, but I think we're gonna get to that in the later of the video to see why I don't think you feel me. City's gonna put all their basket in that, which they could win it as well. But for the Carabao Cup, I'm gonna go with Spurs or United. I think Spurs are gonna have an underrated season this season. They're gonna get a higher finish in the Premier League, which we're gonna get into that, and they're gonna win a trophy. They're gonna win another trophy again. I think them winning that trophy, them winning that Europa League this year is more trophies to come years after years, and I think they just ended their trophy drought. They're gonna win another trophy again 2 seasons in a row, and I do see it happening. It's either gonna be that or an FA Cup. Now, talking about the FA Cup, this one, I'm not gonna lie to you, I do see a team like, I want to say a team like Chelsea, but I think because of the amount of depth that Chelsea has again, but I think they're gonna be competing in trying to go far in the Champions League and trying to win the Prem. That they're not gonna give that as much try as possible. Which this is where I go, and I'm gonna say a lot of teams been sleeping under Manchester City this season. City, we got our transfers done early. We got some of our transfers done in January. We got the rest done early before the Club World Cup. So every other team that's been signing players, Gyökeres going to Arsenal, Ekitike going to Liverpool. Teams are sleeping on City, acting like forgetting that City is already a good enough team, and that City is not City's a my fault. That City's a good enough team already, but City is not. You know what I'm saying? Is not ready to compete again. In my opinion, keep sleeping on City. I must say this. I must say that. Keep sleeping on City, because every time they sleep on City, we going to do something magical. We're going to win trebles. We're going to win the league. And I think this season is going to be a huge season for City with the players that they brought in, with the players that we have. It's going to be a huge season for City this season. So I do want to say I could see a Liverpool winning the FA Cup as well. The FA Cup for me is going to be between Liverpool and Manchester City. I'm going to keep it as simple as it is. And we're going to move to the Premier League now. Premier League, I'm going to do top five. I'm going to do top six. I'm going to do top six, and I'm going to do, I'm going to start from six all the way down to fifth. Top six, in my opinion, ladies and gentlemen, I see, I'm not going to lie to you. I see a team like Newcastle could potentially get top six. Depends on what happens with the situation in Isaac. But I think they're gonna struggle a lot this year with Champions League football as well. Where I could see them clinching top six, top seven for sure, for sure. So that sixth position, I'm going to give it to Newcastle. That fifth position, this is where it becomes a little tricky, because that fifth position also gets Champions League, I'm pretty sure. That fifth position in the Premier League, let me see if I'm seeing this right. I think that fifth position in the Prem does get Champions League, unless I'm wrong. I might be in the wrong, but I think that that fifth position is going to a team like, I said Newcastle, right? It's going to a team, in my opinion. I see a team like, I don't see Chelsea finishing top five. I don't see Chelsea finishing fifth. I see a team like Arsenal or United finishing fifth. You can say Kevin Arsenal, yes. I see a team like Arsenal finishing fifth. Why do I see Arsenal finishing fifth? They bought in Gyökeres, great. They bought in a CDM, great. They bought in Madueke, great. Is that the only thing this Arsenal side is missing? Because that's the only thing they were missing. Is that the only thing they were missing? They've been crying for a striker. They got their striker. But as Arsenal is getting strengthened too, Chelsea's getting strengthened, City's getting strengthened, Spurs is getting strengthened, Liverpool is getting strengthened, and they just won the league. The Premier League is not going to be an easy team. A lot of these small teams, like the Brentford, are losing players. But they're also going to be hard to beat. And the thing is going to become, can Arsenal do what they did last year and it still wasn't enough? Can they keep beating these teams? Can they keep beating these big teams home and away? Can they get a result? Can they get a result out of Chelsea? Can they get a result in Brentford? Can they get a result against a who's gonna go here against Nottingham Forest? Can they get a result away from home at Leeds? It's not gonna be easy. It's not gonna be easy, especially these some small teams, these mid-table teams that are losing play, that are trying to stay in the Premier League, that are trying to fight for European teams. It's never gonna be easy, ladies and gentlemen. Nottingham Forest adding to the squad as well, adding Elanga, I'm pretty sure, keeping Morgan Gibbs right. It's going to be challenging. So this is an underrated opinion. Arsenal to finish fifth or fourth. That's my opinion. In fourth place, I am going Spurs. I think Spurs is being slept on. They just won the Europa League, like I said. They got a brand new manager. They are in talks to bring in Savinho. If they learn Savinho's transfer, ladies and gentlemen, Spurs is finishing top 4, top 3. This is underrated. If they learn the Savinho, because you guys, as a City fan, I've watched Savinho week in, week out. He's going to be that main man in the attack for Spurs. Maddison is out for a long time, a whole season injury. With him and Kudus and Sel, and knowing Thomas Frank can get the best out of players, I see Spurs clutching top 4. I see Spurs making a deep run into the Champions League. I see Spurs winning the trophy this season. Because Kulusevski is injured as well. I think Kulusevski will come back next year. We're going to see what happens. Like I said, they have to bring in Savinho. If they get Savinho done, ladies and gentlemen, as a City fan, seeing Savinho leave hurts me. But if they get Savinho done, that's how much of a good player Savinho is. They're getting top 4. They're finishing 4th in the league. They are finishing 4th in the league, and simple as it is to me. Moving into 3rd position, Liverpool. They made all these transfers. Yes, they did. They signed all these guys. Yes, they did. I think losing Luis Diaz is a big miss. I think missing Darwin Nunez is a big miss. And by the way, sorry, RIP to Diego Jota, but that's another big miss for them. Losing those 2 attackers in Luis Diaz is a big miss. And who do you have on the bench to replace them? Elliot and what's his name? Elliot and Spaghetti Mafia. Damn. The name is in my head. Kiza. It's just not enough for you to finish top 2 or win the league. The way people are talking about this Liverpool side winning the league or like being scary, where's the depth in the squad? This is a team that's going to be playing in 4 different competitions. Where is the depth? One injury and Liverpool could be done. There's a reason why they're trying to get Isak. There's a reason they've been pushing to get, because they know one injury from one of their forwards, it could be over. Yes, Szoboszlai can play that same position. You could move somebody like Wirtz down the wing. Is that Wirtz's best position though? Down the wing, is that Wirtz's best position? Because you want the best out of Wirtz, you just paid 100 and something million for him. Is that Wirtz's best position? So in my opinion, I see Liverpool finishing 3rd. 2nd place, I must say it, man. They're looking scary. They're looking very good. They just destroyed and humbled PSG. And I had them winning against PSG. People called me crazy. When I said it, I had them winning against PSG. People calling me crazy, ladies and gentlemen. This Chelsea side ain't no joke. This Chelsea side, if it's not for the winners and the cycle of a manager and Pep Guardiola, they would have won. I would have had them first winning the league this season. Because the amount of depth they have, the amount of players they have, the amount of combinations they can go with week in, week out. How are you going to stop this Chelsea team week in, week out? This Chelsea side is not a team that's going to lose more than 5 games this season. I will be honest with you. They might, if they're drawing, but they're not losing more than 5 games this season. They're getting results against all the big teams. Playing against Chelsea this year, as a City fan, I'm scared. Because I don't know what to expect. That's how good Chelsea and scary Chelsea have become. Ladies and gentlemen. And I'm seeing it. The depth that Chelsea has is insane. Once again insane. First place, Manchester City. You're going to call me biased. You're going to call me this. You're going to call me that. I'm a City fan. No, I'm being honest with you. Everybody's sleeping on the City side. Why? I don't know. When you got an attacking options of Haaland, Marmoush, Cherki, Rodrigo, who is most likely going to come to the club? Doku, Foden, Reinders, Bernardo Silva. You're not supposed to be sleeping on this team. There is no sleeping. The fact that people are sleeping on the City side, saying they're not gonna have a great season. I've seen people have City finishing 3rd, 4th in their prediction. You're sleeping on the City side. Is some people's, I don't understand it. I honestly don't understand how you sleeping on the team that just dominated the Premier League for the past decade. That have broken records in the Premier League. That have done things other teams haven't done in the Prem. How are you sleeping on that team because they had one bad season? And keep in mind, Rodgers out for a couple months. He comes back in September. He's only out for 2 months. He comes back in September. Reinders, I said it in my video, he's going to be the player of the season in the Prem. He's going to be not the player of the season, the signing of the season in the Prem is going to be Reinders. People don't understand how good this Reinders is. That's just him, by the way. I'm telling you, this side that was scary already is thinking about bringing Rodrigo in, which I made a video saying that Rodrigo is a better time than Vinny. Multiple times, I said it multiple times. Rodrigo under Pep, I want you guys to deep that. Rodrigo and Foden on the same team is mind-blowing. Honestly, to me, it's mind-blowing. It should be illegal, but it's for my team, and I love it, ladies and gentlemen. I am loving it. Simple as it is. So, my top 6 again, once again. 4th and 5th might change. 4th and 5th might change. Newcastle 6. Newcastle or Man U 6. Arsenal 5th. Spurs 4th. Liverpool 3rd, Chelsea 2nd, Manchester City 1st. Like I told you, the Carabao Cup, I see Liverpool winning it. Or Manchester City. No, not the Carabao Cup, the FA Cup. Manchester City or Liverpool winning it. The Carabao Cup, a team like United. A team like United could win it. Or maybe Arsenal. But I know in Arsenal, they love choking things. So I wouldn't be surprised because they love going for the Premier and stuff like that. And now we have about these small little cups. We'll see what happens. But yeah, this is my prediction. I'm going to do a separate prediction for the Champions League because I'm going to involve all the big teams around it. So that's why I'm not going to do the Champions League in this video. Because I'm doing the La Liga, then I'm doing the Champions League. And by the way, I'm calling this right now. You guys can clip me tomorrow. You guys can clip me after the game tomorrow. Spurs is beating PSG tomorrow. It's been your boy Kevin 26. I love you. Stay safe. Alright, I'm going to see you in the next one. Don't forget to drop a like and a subscribe. Let's go.